Hello, hi, welcome, and thank you so much for being here today. I hope you're having a beautiful day, a beautiful night. We're going to do a timeless collective reading whenever it finds you. It's the right time. See what resonates, leave what doesn't, and remember that divine inner guidance. It's in you, and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the Kipper today. Let's just get a picture of the scenario, the situation, the characters involved, perhaps who you're thinking about, what you're thinking about, or maybe what's going on behind the scenes. So let's see what comes through, and then we will clarify from there. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. So you're starting with a house. It's a very fine house. It has a big gate outside that is shut. So I do feel like there's maybe something going on behind the scenes in a home, or this is about somebody's house. Ooh, maybe somebody's working at home. You have an occupation here. Somebody could be working really hard to buy some property or to buy a home, but the first thing I see with these two together is a home business or even a project that someone sort of started at home. Maybe it was just something that was just a hobby they're good at. It looks like this person is up pretty late here. So it could be a deadline, but it could also be that this person enjoys doing something so much they have no problem working into the wee hours of the night or the morning. Occupation. I feel like there's either a switch in an occupation or an elevation, you know, like a, something flowing better, maybe more income coming in. But if it's somehow connected to a house. So either somebody is doing something at home, they're taking their work home with them, or they are working for a property or a home situation. It's number 20 and number 34. Look at how fancy that house is. So clarify the connection between occupation and the house. It's a female energy that's working. Somebody could be working for a feminine energy, but I feel like this is the feminine energy working really hard, putting a lot of time, attention, effort into getting better at something, maybe to buy a property, buy a new home, or working really hard on a home. This is the main female. So it's kind of like an Empress energy in this particular deck. So let's get another layer, see what's going on. Tell us more about the house. Family room. So yeah, there's somebody working on something in a space. It's like when I sit on my couch, or you know, in my dining room here. It's somebody that is maybe doing something within their home, decorating different, making something more comfortable. Maybe doing a little feng shui, but I'm getting that somebody is working where they are comfortable or working to be more comfortable, more secure in their abundance, wealth. And I feel like when they're in a comfort zone, but not the comfort zone, like a comfortable place, almost like a sanctuary, is where they are actually the most productive. There could also be a situation where there's an event, a party, a gathering, company of some kind coming to hang out at someone's house. You could get an invitation to someone's home, or inviting somebody over, maybe inviting a female over to your house, or you're getting a message from this main female energy. Clarify occupation, pathway. So there's been a change in direction. There's been a crossroads. there was maybe, I'm seeing in this occupation, somebody's doing something that's like very specific, unique, a niche, not something that everybody can do, but they do in a special way, because I feel like this pathway felt a little bit narrow. It looked like just one of those what's it, like an animal trail, where it's like a place in the woods where animals just happen to walk, but the more you walked along a certain path, the more open it gets, and you have all these butterflies. So it's transformation that has happened on whoever this is in their occupation, or what they're doing, or what they're doing on the side becoming the main thing, because you're heading towards this sunshine, this opportunity, and what looks like a really big open space, like behind this veil of trees. So perhaps it was looking at everything in a step-by-step approach until you arrive at a bigger opportunity. Something that like you really start to see changes. I'm also getting that this pathway helps with freedom, because even inside this gate, that could be protection, but I'm sort of seeing that in all of these cards, somebody is inside a lot, spending a lot of time indoors, working on something, and now there's this pathway that expands out into the woods, out into new territory, and that feels like both abundance and freedom and expansion. So let's get a little more clarity on, I show you these. I'm seeing something with those pictures too. There's something about a photograph or a painting, upholstery, plants inside, growth. You do have tea here, so maybe somebody is wanting you to come over because they want to spill the tea about everything that they've been doing. I feel like whatever they want to speak about is very positive. Maybe somebody wants to talk about all these changes, or needs a little advice as something changes in their life. One more. You have a wealthy man. So now you have a masculine and feminine energy. Perhaps somebody has connected to somebody that's not just wealthy, but they have security in their life. It looks like this man is like waiting for somebody's arrival. He has himself all dapper, but he has his hat off. So I do feel like he's introducing himself to someone, or wants somebody to feel a little more comfortable. It actually looks like he's in the bank. So maybe this has to do with finances. This could be a supporter on somebody's gift, on somebody's business. This could be somebody that has advice on how to ground something and make something more secure. I feel like this man has something to do with a property or a house. These could be two people working together. It could also be where there is a pathway, and that light after this transformation leads to a wealthy masculine energy. I feel like he's been waiting or thinking. He has a smile on his face, like he knew someone was coming. He knew something was going to happen. Maybe he helped direct someone on this pathway, and somebody finally went on their own journey. What's at the bottom? Yeah, there's a message. So somebody has a message. I feel like there's something really special that either one or the other of these people here has for the other person, and it's a message only for them, because there's this wax seal here. But this could be text, email, letter, phone call, communication of some type that is coming in. I even see that this wealthy man could be in real estate or something like that. Maybe has a message for the right house to buy, the right supplies that you need, because there's all these different fabrics on her shelf. Also with the needle and thread, maybe this is a message concerning how to heal or mend a situation. There's something that was in the box. So either somebody is putting away a message because they know it's something really special. It could be like a memento or a memory, or somebody has been waiting with that letter for a while, waiting with this conversation or these thoughts they were thinking about, and finally send something, finally hits send on that text. Finally something that someone has been waiting for has arrived, but this message could also be something really unexpected. Whew, that was a lot. Let's see. I hope some of that made sense, but I sort of want to clarify what's going on here. So let's do something totally different. This is the wisdom of the oracle. Tell us a little more about this situation. I keep hearing take it to the bank. I don't know what that means, but when I look at this guy, it looks like he has some kind of fancy old globed calculator, and there's numbers, so facts and figures and numbers and details. But I feel like taking it to the bank is either advice, or he knows that somebody is worth his time, his energy, his effort, value. This guy is giving me a little bit of King of Pentacles kind of energy. So clarify some of these, please. Blessed and regeneration came out together. So this is a blessing. There's something happening where somebody has gone on a pathway. I mean, you do have the butterflies here, but when I see this particular card, it gives me spiritual energy, because there's a glowing tree. It's not just a normal tree. It's glowing in the dark. It's something that is going to grow again. So maybe this is something that had deep, strong roots, but there's some kind of surface that had to be cleansed. There's almost like that phoenix rising sort of energy where something had to be in the ashes, go away for a solid foundation. So if something went away, it was so that there could be spiritual regeneration in a situation. I feel like somebody is blessed with talent, also blessed with wisdom, blessed with being presented this beautiful path that might be really different than what they are used to, if this is an actual comfort zone. Blessed with the right opportunity if you were looking for something to buy. It doesn't have to be a house, it can be a big purchase, but it is something that brings you some kind of security. I even see somebody now being a landlord or getting the right tenants in their house, somebody that takes care of it. That can be a big blessing if you're a landlord and you just have, you know, really good tenants in your house where you just don't have to worry. I'm even seeing with this regeneration, if some of you have something that you are buying, it could be a little bit of a fixer-upper but has good strong bones. I also see that if there is a situation with a landlord, or you know, you have tenants, that these could be people that don't let the, you know, the leak go on until it's a big problem, which is actually really good. It's someone that calls up their landlord and says, hey, there's a little problem here with something dripping. It's just dripping a little bit, but it's annoying me in the middle of the night. Can you have somebody come over and look? And that's actually really good, because that could solve a very big problem. That could be, you know, something you have to dish out the wealth to later if it was unresolved. So, and then you have this message here. So I feel like there is a communication that's really blessed. It could be a really good blessed communication between the wealthy man and the main female. Perhaps they're really different, because it looks like this person, it looks like the masculine energy is, I mean, he's got a little style. So I don't want to say he's completely, you know, not creative, but maybe he has a stylist. But I think this person could be in a white t-shirt and jeans. And it's more about his wisdom, what he knows. I don't really think it's totally about his style, but I feel like this person knows how to, you know, get cleaned up when they need to. But I'm seeing that it's the female energy that's more creative. I mean, they're working. They're definitely good at what they do. They put energy into something. When they say, I get that this is a go-getter. When they say they're going to do it, they're going to do it. And I feel like this is also somebody who created their own blessings. They weren't just handed something on a golden spoon or a silver spoon. But I am seeing that there's somebody here really good with numbers. Maybe that helps somebody take their occupation to the next level. But I'm also seeing that maybe this person here that's really creative might be a blessing to the masculine's life, because I kind of see her as a muse. Especially with this one in the Nautilus shell, like the Fibonacci sequence, also numbers, connections. It's somebody coming out of their shell, also flying free, spiritual insight, intuition. It's a 22 and a 2. So you have a 21, a 22, a 20, a 21, and a 22. A 34 and a 35. A 13 and a 46 and a 7. I feel like with that shell, it's looking at the spiral staircase. It's looking at many different possibilities. Let's get 2 more. I'm going to put them over here. So let's look at what the ends connecting all of this is. So what's at the other end of the spectrum? Near the house and blessed. There also could be a, maybe even an inheritance with that message, or somebody gifted something. You have an observer. Maybe somebody has been waiting for the right moment to send that message. Or if there's any kind of occupation that has been going on in a house, it could be something where you are online or you are on social media, you have an online store, something like that, and maybe you've been observed on all the hard work you are doing, even though, you know, it's outside that gate. Somebody is observing a situation or a person as being really talented, maybe even spiritually gifted, blessed with wisdom. I'm sort of seeing with these two together, though, the house and the observer, that somebody has been waiting for the moment to either visit a house or the right moment to buy a certain property or the right property to buy. I know that's not everybody's situation, but I keep getting that with the house. It's also number 49. You also have a fox. So you got a little foxy energy here. Somebody's maybe foxy, sassy, intelligent, slick, sly. Has a focus on something maybe coming to light, or a focus on different cycles of the situation with that moon. Sitting on an idea with that egg, waiting for something to hatch. But I always see that fox as that real lucky energy. So maybe this is about a lucky break. Somebody has been really curious here, watching you, watching somebody regenerate, waiting for somebody to go on the right path. Let's see what is on the other side of the spectrum from regeneration. I feel like that's our card. The tribe. So soul tribe, regeneration, or changes within a family. The tribe in this particular deck is kind of twofold. It's looking at who you see eye to eye with, who you have on your side throughout cycles, but maybe it is connecting to generations. You have regeneration now and the tribe. So if the tribe is soul family or family that you really connect to, you feel comfortable with, they're on the path with you. These could be really helpful people in your life. You could also have people around you that have been watching growth and progression with something you are working on. Maybe you're even inspiring somebody that's in your tribe, your family, your soul family. But this could also be breaking generational curses here. So if there's something that's gone around and around and around in a family, but that was kind of stunting somebody's growth, keeping them inside a gate, not believing in something that they wanted to do as an occupation. They thought that was silly. Actors don't make any money, or musicians don't make any money, or you can't be a seamstress. You'll never work for a big designer. Then I feel like somebody who is a naysayer, if that's somebody there, is going to get a big reality check. And I also see that somebody could be severing ties with anybody that was not supporting them along this growth of spiritual evolution. It could be that same message that came through in another reading where somebody was kind of just being a caterpillar and wanted somebody to stay a caterpillar. Because you have all these butterflies here. But it's also recognizing the right vibes to be around, because when you have the right vibes, supporters, fans, friends, family members, co-workers, whoever this is, the right people around you, you're going to always feel comfortable with. They're going to always I feel like they are always going to be a support of whatever pathway you choose to go on, whether or not they truly understand why you're doing something. But I do feel like some people were let go of, and they're not going to see any of this progress. They're just going to see this big, huge spiritual transformation over here. But you have more than one butterfly, so I do feel like there's a couple of caterpillars that are going to come along for the ride and maybe be inspired to have this regeneration. Yeah, there's orphaned at the bottom, so there's definitely people left behind, which happens in cycles of your life. Some people come with you, some people you meet along the way, and some people are in a different class, you know, a different grade, a different progress in their process of growing. There could be someone around you that feels really alone. Maybe there's a pathway to somebody to help them out if they feel like, you know, they've been ghosted, breadcrumbed, abandoned. There's definitely somebody kind of in their mind, in their head, in their feels big time. They're up there on that weird little gray platform, all dressed up like they're going to go somewhere, and it's kind of like Cinderella's carriage never arrived. Their date never showed up. Somebody never fulfilled their promise. And they didn't even take their dress off. It's like somebody's been waiting all night or all morning for someone to come. So let's see. That was a lot. We'll clarify some of these, but let's go to the tarot and just see what's going on. Which one? maybe traditional. This one. So let's clarify some of these situations. I do feel like there was a lot of different situations that came through so far in this reading. So I feel like there's little like peaks that might resonate with different groups, but maybe some of you connect to the whole situation. The first one I wanna clarify orphan, because that could be how you felt. It could be some of you felt like you were abandoned and you just got to work, you know, started working on and observing your blessings and not the loss. Some of you could have somebody around you that felt abandoned by you or by somebody else. And even get maybe even a loss of wealth or a loss of somebody like that was prominent in their life. They always felt comfortable and confident with, but somebody went on a different path. Let's see, clarify orphaned, please and thank you. Because with all of this here, the blessings, I feel like if anyone was maybe concerned about somebody else feeling left out, but they truly didn't want that to happen, there's so much creative energy and blessings here and the chance to do something in a totally new way. I feel like there's a solution to that. There's no reason if somebody didn't want somebody to be left out that they have to be. I just feel like maybe it's not the direct way with that Nautilus shell. It might not just be A, B, C, D. You might have to really think outside the lines on how to make something work or how to make somebody feel more comfortable in a situation. I'm not sure what that is. Clarify orphaned. Yeah, well, you got the Chariot. So it could be somebody was orphaned or, you know, felt alone or had to be cut out. Because even though somebody feels alone here, sometimes somebody has to be left alone so they learn how to get up and recognize how strong they are. That it's not relying on the tribe or on anyone else or on someone's wealth or on someone else's energy and effort or on someone else's creativity for them to be able to get up and do something on their own. But if this is somebody that never had to do it, they never had the chance to learn that lesson to see how strong they could be. How, I'm getting that this person is like kind of feeling down, but they actually are pretty strong. But they have to believe they are strong. It's when you fall down or you get stuck, you get up again and you make it better because of it. So it could be that if the Chariot is coming through, that's beautiful. This is somebody getting up, getting on the road to destiny. This is somebody who makes lemonade out of lemons. Even if they had to go through this moment, they see even that moment as a blessing. But if the Chariot is coming through, it could be that that was one of those energies pulling somebody off the path in the wrong direction. Sometimes this is somebody who has a very solid opinion or like big, almost like a pushy energy that somebody should do something a certain way, even if it's not right for that person. So sometimes the intentions are good, but there's a little too much ego involved to see that maybe even though somebody has intentions to help somebody with whatever that is, that's not their path. So there has to be that freeness in the reins or no reins on that Chariot. So it could be where somebody was let go of because they weren't on the same highway as somebody else anymore. But it could be where somebody had this energy of being alone and they found themselves a Chariot. They figured out how to put their energy into focusing on their, look at these, focusing on the blessings instead of the loss, focusing on spiritual regeneration and the right vibrations that supported them along the way or come along a new path. And that's a big victory card. It usually means there were some battles that weren't won and some paths that, you know, were a little bit rough, but this is somebody going in the right direction now. Somebody taking the reins to what they can control, which is themselves. Ooh, that was really loud. We had a little switcheroo in music here. Let me just turn it down a little. So that's actually really good. So whoever felt left out, there's going to be a way where something will work out for a win-win, or somebody will become more independent on their own and feel really good about that. Let's see. I want to clarify the pathway. Clarify the pathway, please. Did I show you the Chariot? Tell us a little more about the pathway, number 35. The pathway, oh, beautiful. You have Temperance. You have really big major arcana coming through on whatever the situation is. So it looks like the pathway was imbalanced. It was a little too narrow. It was a little too dry or a little too emotional. The pathway of that transformation with the butterflies is being guided by this archangel. It's also where somebody, if I look at the Temperance card for me, when I put it in a mundane, you know, realistic level, I think of it as something that was a little weird, you know, a little hard, but then you become the professional at something. You make something look easy because of how good you get at something, how proficient you get. But it doesn't mean it's easy. Doesn't mean it's easy for you or anyone else. But you've learned a lot along the path to make something that was maybe really rough kind of smooth. It's like you paved your own path. You made your own way. You found true balance within on a journey, because this is knowing that not every day is going to be the same. You know, that medium point, the Goldilocks zone, is going to be different depending on what personalities you're around. You know, your energy and emotions throughout the day, the success or failures you are having at that time in the cycle you're on. And it's constant observation on adjustments. You know, how you need to always sort of be flexible with something. It's not finding that perfect medium ground, and it's going to be like that for EVs. You found the perfect center point, and now you're good. It's like that center point constantly moves. You have to blend hot and cold. As above, so below. As within, so without. The land, the sea. There's a big crown on the mountain. So whatever was an obstacle in the past, oh, it's kind of cool. Look at this. You have this path here. The butterflies are heading towards that beautiful opening. It almost looks like a doorway of light. And if you look here, maybe it is the path of least resistance that leads out into the ocean of emotion. I don't know why I just saw this as a bay. I just thought of James Bay, but I can't think of what he sings. Let it go. You just be you and I'll be me. I think that might be it. But look at the crown on the mountain. You've been tapping into your crown chakra because of obstacles that you went through, and figured out how to do that, working smarter, not harder. The path to least resistance, the pathway to turning on the spiritual light, recognizing spiritual guidance along the way that's leading you towards victory. It could also be the divine masculine and feminine combined here, because it's always the angelic energy, but it is the balance between masculine and energy. Maybe you're even connecting to Sagittarius, Cancer, Let's see. Let's get another one. You have 14 and 7. I don't know why I heard double. Double, and I totally just thought of double mint gum, which I came through in a reading a really long time ago. Maybe it's about a jingle or advertising or a commercial or something that even comes through in like a little blip in music. I don't know why I just thought of What the Bleep Do We Know. I haven't watched that probably since it came out. But that just gave me goosies on my arms. So maybe something in that. Maybe I should rewatch it. Let's clarify both of these now. Clarify the Chariot and Temperance. What's another message? That you have the Knight of Cups. Following love. This could be a message that comes through where it's kind of like a dating energy. It's romantic. It's somebody who is riding on that beautiful stallion that looks like it's showing off a little bit, like a little Tennessee Walker, and heading towards an emotional situation, but not just thinking about it. They need more. I feel like maybe it's between the main female and this wealthy man. It's having more experiences that unfold something, that make something grow, that help you know more about one another. You're not going to know that without the experiences. You can't just kind of skip to the king and the queen if it's a newer situation. But this is somebody who's riding towards maturity. Unless, I don't know what Rose is doing over there. Unless this is someone that was upside down, we'll take a look at that. Upside down, it's somebody that has very romantic words and whispers of sweet nothings, but then never arrives on that horse. They can make you really believe in love, but then they don't back it up. This is somebody heading towards the river. So I feel like this is someone that goes with the flow. I kind of see that horse just jumping over the river, though. I feel like this is somebody who's jumping over obstacles now regarding love or regarding how somebody feels about someone else. This is somebody coming in with an offer of love, but they're moving towards it or moving away from something that was a dry cup, going on a different path towards where they feel like they're imbalanced instead of imbalanced. Water sign doesn't have to be so Pisces. Rose is getting into something over there she's not supposed to be into. I gotta go check her out. Hold on. She was trying to get my makeup sponge. I hardly ever use these things, and I brought one out today, and she must have either seen it or smelled it, and we're gonna put it up here. So she hopefully forgets I have it. But let's look at what's going on with this Knight, because this Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, watery, artistic, intuitive, expressive, sensual, poetic person here is definitely looking forward to something, looking forward to giving this offer, possibly leaving something behind to give the offer to the right person, to have the right balanced experience, going towards a relationship or an emotional situation, whatever that is, even an occupation where they feel like, you know, this path opens up to their destiny. Let's see. Let's clarify the Knight of Cups, please and thank you. Tell us more about the Knight of Cups. This offer, maybe it starts with an invitation or a message and then moves into experiences. Maybe this is even an offer that is blessed. It could also be an offer that somebody was perhaps sitting on for a little while, observing from afar until the right timing came. I'm even seeing with regeneration, this could be somebody who has grown out of maybe a previous partnership, especially if it was pushing and pulling them in the wrong direction or didn't feel comfortable. This could be a knight leaving the comfort zone, heading towards the unknown. They might not even know who they want to offer that cup to. They just know who they don't want to offer it to. Let's see. Clarify the Knight of Cups, please. What would be helpful to know about this movement? Yeah, they're moving towards a brand new beginning. The Knight of Cups wants a new start, wants to go where they're balanced. They don't even have to know what's ahead of them. They just don't want to look at what was behind. They utilize what was behind in that whole last cycle to release energies. They don't need baggage. They just have that little tiny purse, their little white rose here, they're a loyal dog, their cool shoes. They're looking up at the sky, up at, you know, the heavens, knowing that they will be blessed upon every step, every interaction, every new movement that they take on this journey into the unknown. I love how this one looks like it's not really land under there. It does look like they're diving into the ocean. So I am sort of seeing this as somebody diving into an emotional situation or with emotional clarity, but the Fool is kind of like the little baby, you know, it's the beginning. It's wide-eyed, bushy-tailed sense of wonder. You kind of just don't know what you don't know yet. So until you have more of these experiences, or you go down that road a little farther, you know, more and more victorious energy, destiny energy, recognizing how to constantly adjust yourself along the way, or whoever this is, it's a learning process. It's a healing process. I am kind of getting somebody's catching the right wave. You're in the sunshine here, so there is a golden opportunity. Upside down, it's kind of being a dumbass, you know, learning a lesson, but not learning the lesson, doing something the same way, even though you know it didn't work the last time or the last 400 times. It could also be where somebody is resisting to go into a new cycle, even though they know something has ended. They know something must change. They feel that something is growing or, you know, becoming different, but they're kind of keeping one foot back there in that old cycle. And that's just not going to make this brand new cycle as fulfilling as really just diving on in. It looks like you're going to the Ten of Cups. This is beautiful. Somebody wants a happily ever after. Somebody wants to make it work with everyone around them that they love. It looks like they're going to have success with this, even if it's not traditional, even if it's a creative journey, even if it's, you know, sunshine one day and storms another day. Because it's the happily ever after, but happily ever after isn't reality. It's the happily ever after beautiful vibration of dreams coming true, ... It's recognizing you can have that fairy tale, but how do you make that fairy tale real, reality? I always see that as really feeling blessed to have the right people around you, feeling such an overwhelming abundance in love in your heart that the whole journey, all of the different cycles were well worth the effort. This is where you wake up every day and you are so excited about getting a cup of coffee and hanging out in your living room. Or you're so excited that you get to do something on your own and you have this beautiful freedom and independence. Or waking up and so excited that you get to get in your car and go to a job that you absolutely love. That you get to wake up, roll over, and kiss the person next to you that you are so in love with. That you have this beautiful happiness here with the children. So it could even be this regeneration where you are healing childhood wounds or really enjoying time you spend with children. Playing. I'm getting with the Fool kind of playing like a child. But I'm seeing beautiful growth with children here. I'm seeing really, I don't know why I see really, it's the 10 of Cups, but I see really wise adults in a situation. It's also, you have this rainbow here. So you know what? The rainbow comes after a storm. Maybe some of you see even a double rainbow. And I just saw all of those as bells. So maybe this is about bells ringing, message. I didn't even do the mystery deck, guys. Let's get a couple of messages from the mystery deck. What are a couple of mystery messages that would be helpful overall for this reading? Please and thank you. Well, that's an interesting one to come through. Maybe the arrival of this particular night is where he actually feels beautifully comfortable naked. Naked is beautiful because this is where somebody feels comfortable in their vulnerability. Like there is never any need to wear a mask or cover something up. It's truth. It's kind of nice. It could also be sassy. So maybe there is some sassy energy coming in. Let's see. Who's the first name that you think of? Maybe that's one of these people here who's observing you, who's sending you the message, who maybe feels alone, who brings balance in your life, who you want to get naked with, who is a blessing to know, who is conscious of what wealth is, because what wealth is to one person isn't the same as someone else. For some, it's feeling security. For some, it's simplicity. For some, it is freedom. For some, it's love. For some, it's just being comfortable. For some, it's good communication. For some, it's that their life has many different directions and pathways they could go, and they can reinvent themselves as many times as needed to feel like they had a fulfilling, exciting, wonderful, constantly moving life that unfolds. And for some, it's that they want to stay stable and secure and build something for, the long term, but they don't want to get, too off path within all of that growth. They just want to see something continually grow and be stable. First name you think of. And I feel like that was the one that needed to come through. And we're going to do one message from the universe and end the reading today with this. I hope this was helpful for you today. I found this reading kind of interesting. So what is the last message that would be helpful for the collective today? Please and thank you. We have two. So 2 messages. Let's see. You are safe. You are protected. Where's your pathway? The worst is behind you. That's sort of sometimes what I see with the Fool. The Fool doesn't even want to turn around. They just want to look forward. The worst is behind you and you are ready to move beyond the challenges. That's that mountain that I saw. And that glorious, like glowing crown on the mountain that were set for you. Lessons have been learned. It is safe for you to trust your path. It's bringing you towards your destiny here. The Fool is faith, trust, leaping into the unknown. And I love this message. I need you to get excited again. I need you to remember you're not in this thing alone. I'm working on your challenges. I've already assigned angels to you. Where's your angel? Helping everything come back into balance. So let go of stress and just trust me. I've got a pretty incredible ending. I mean, this is an ending. If this is this way, it could be ending something that was, you know, hoped to be a fairy tale situation, and then maybe it just became a little too much I'm getting like somebody continually wanting it to be a fairy tale and not accepting something as reality, because that could be an ending. But I kind of see the Ten of Cups, even if it's an ending, it's an ending that's done still with love. So it doesn't always have to be a bad negative ending. Things end and things begin. So I've got a pretty incredible ending in store for you. In fact, that's why you need to get excited again, because the happy ending I've got coming, it's gonna rock your world. So with every ending, it looks like this ending's happy. I mean, it could be a happy ending too, but it's gonna bring you to a brilliant new beginning and many more experiences that not just rock your world, but open your heart, you know, revitalize your soul. With this, I bid you adieu. Thank you for being here today. I love you so much, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or night, and I very much look forward to seeing you mañana. Love you.